All right, great selling Saturday. Everyone, hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery and with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. And today is the Selling Saturday edition, episode number 503. Welcome as we come to you from the home office today, getting ready to head out for a weekend of soccer across all across South Texas. But obviously, before we do any of that, we want to come in here and make sure that we get you what you need. Today, I want to talk about goals, right, and how you don't want to lose sight of your goals. We're approaching the end of the first quarter, the end of March. Most people tend to forget and lose sight of their goals within January, but for sure, when we get to March and April, it seems to be just like they didn't even exist. So I want to come in here and talk to you about that so that we can make sure that this Saturday and every day of the week, you're always working towards your goals. But obviously, Saturday plays a huge role in it when we're talking about sales. But our quote for today is from Johnson Fork, which says, "The average person with clear goals can outperform the most gifted person with no chief aim." The average person with clear goals can outperform the most gifted person with no chief aim. And my gosh, the more and more I go about our building this company out, the more and more that I see that that is so true. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just have to be the one that's got the plan and works the plan and goes out there and makes things happen. The average person, I'm as we look at people that start to advance in their career or in their business, and you start to see people succeed at a high level, or maybe when you see people, I keep referencing this, right, when you see people in very high places now, we all look at where they are at now, but we don't realize that the majority of them started out just like us. 95% of people that have made huge things happen for themselves started out the same place you were. No extra benefits, no anything. They built it themselves, and you can do the same thing. And that's always so important to be able to keep in mind and stay focused on your goals. Don't lose sight of them, because when you do that, you're giving up on yourself, you're giving up on your goals, and you tend to believe that that stuff happens to everyone else. And we because we don't want to admit to ourselves that we could do it. It's just going to take work. So with all that being said, look, Saturdays play a huge part in your goals. And Saturdays should have a vibe all to itself. Saturdays should be, I keep telling you, I use the phrase, it should be all about the sale. And Saturdays, if your focus is not sales, then you're completely off point. Because Saturdays is the day that the majority of people tell you is the day that they can come in. They want to come in on the weekends. The people are, out. They're off from work, a good portion of them. And this is the day that they come in and they want to make things happen. And so you as a housing consultant, you as a community manager, you as whatever role you play should understand that Saturdays are different. Saturdays are built different. Saturdays should have a different feel to it in your office. Saturdays, I remember what I used to do with my team on Saturdays, obviously besides just sending a message on my way in, I'd get breakfast, we'd get ready, get started, and we would start by setting up the office, balloons, signage, everything, making sure ads were out, all the things, music very loud, just cranking, because we wanted to have a different vibe, because I wanted to make sure that the team was solely focused in on sales. That was it. I made it very, very clear. No one is to touch a file. No one is to get into anything. If you're not sitting in front of a customer, you need to be calling leads. You need to be calling old leads. You need to be posting ads. You need to you need to be generating that buzz, creating that feeling. And you see, the Saturday is set up by what you do during the week. A great Saturday is set up by what you do Monday through Thursday, sometimes even Friday, but by Friday, you should already have your Saturday set up. And the ultimate goal is always made. If you could roll into a Saturday with a good 4 or 5 appointments set, by gosh, you're going to walk away that weekend on top, right? But again, it comes back to you setting it up. Saturdays, when you're looking at your goals, and if it's a certain amount of homes sold per year or a certain dollar amount, you should be able to figure out, okay, out of my Saturdays, this is how much of my goal comes from Saturdays. And that way you always make it a focal point of your week. I roll into some sales centers where Saturdays is just a regular day. Saturdays just no different than any other day. And so because of that, you get lackluster results. Yet you drive around, I'll drive around the same city on that same Saturday, and other places are just they're just popping. Man, it's packed. You can see it happening because those people focus in on those Saturdays. They understand the importance of Saturdays in our business. So with that being said, you've got to understand that those of us, I always wanted to make sure that my Saturdays were lined up with at least 4 or 5 appointments because I knew out of those, I'm going to get to at least 2 new sales. I've got to with those. And if I have 4 or 5 appointments set, I probably don't even have time to take a walk in. Right. But if I did, maybe I did have that chance. You sit in front of 5, 6, 7 people on a Saturday. One, you're going to be worn out by the end of the day. Two, you're going to be ecstatic because you had a solid day. And most likely you're going to end up with 2 or 3 new deals that just add to your goals. Now it's time to run with them. Now it's time to do something with them. But it's all about how you set it up. So what are you doing on Monday for Saturday? What are you doing on Tuesday for Saturday? Or when people are telling you that they can't come in during the week, how are you approaching those appointments for Saturday during the week? Are you making sure you following up with them to make sure that you stay top of mind so that they actually show up today if you set the appointment on Monday? Or are you just setting the appointment on Monday and then waiting till Saturday, and Saturday you don't even call them and then you're wondering why they don't show up? Saturdays is all about the sale. Saturdays is the day you stack deals on top of deals. Saturday is the day you double book yourself. All right. I'm okay. You should be okay with double booking appointments. If both of them show up at the same time, you figure it out with somebody else on your team and still help that family, but do not sell yourself short. Today is the day. Today is the day that you move everything forward. But the reason we tend to let our foot off the gas when it comes to Saturdays is because we forget about the things that we're after. And that's why I'm telling you, it's so important that you maintain focus on your goals all of the time. It should be something that you're looking at every single day so that you can get refocused. Because as Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows. If I'm focused in every single day on my goals, that's where my work goes. That's where my energy goes. That's where I am getting things done to make sure that I am hitting those goals. It's the same thing. And I took that and I brought it into this business. That's why, like the quote says, man, average people, I'm nobody from nowhere. Okay. I'm a first generation American, learned English in school. My first language is Spanish. My parents are from Mexico. My parents were divorced at a very young age. So I was raised by a single mom. I grew up in the poorest, I went to the poorest school district in the whole state of Texas. But I work with goals in mind. I've had goals in place for this company, and we have worked towards them every single day. I work towards those goals, and it has built out to what you see at this point, and it's what's going to continue to build out because it's based on the goals and the actions that it takes to hit those goals. I don't need a doctorate. I don't need to be the most educated. I just need to be the one that knows what he's after and puts in the work. And it's the same thing for you. You have to know what you're after and you got to put in the work. If you do those things, you're going to hit your goals and more. And then you're going to realize that it's so much easier to continue to expand on those goals, to make them bigger. And you're going to, well, there's only so much I can sell, Caesar. I completely understand that there's only so much you can sell. But when you're selling a whole lot more than what you're selling now, and you're making more of an income than you are now, you're able to take that income and put it into something else that's going to now make you something else. Look, we took everything we've got and put it into this business. So we're building everything back out again for us. But that's exactly what the plan is to continue to grow. I talk to the team all the time. Look, we've got to pick up new business, not for us to make more money, but to pour back into the business to grow it even bigger. And that's what it takes for you. Plan out your goals, or look at your goals and see how Saturday plays into that plan. So what are the best ways that you can make sure that every Saturday, this Saturday, and every Saturday beyond it is a huge part of your goal? Let's run down our top 5 lists right here. Okay. First and foremost, you have to start by having 4 appointments set every Saturday. That's what I want you guys to have a goal from here on out, whether you've got it starting this Saturday. If you don't, starting today in the calls that you're making, because you're not going to have people in front of you, you better be making phone calls all day. Don't be touching a file. And stop. If I was there, I'd be slapping you upside the head like I do my boys. All right. Stop and focus in on getting appointments set. So every single Saturday from here on out, shoot for 4 appointments. Oh, but that's a lot. No, it's not. It's not a lot. If you're saying it's a lot, but it's not a lot. Shoot for 4 appointments every single Saturday. All right. Even if you spent 2 hours, 3 hours with each one of them. Okay. And they all showed up, man, you had a full day. You worked 12 hours. Holy smokes. But think about the benefit from it. Okay. If you spent 3 hours with each one, that means you sold at least a couple of them, right? You're not going to spend 3 hours with somebody who's not buying a house. Think about it. Come on. All right. Next, prepare for each appointment mentally. Look, you spoke to these people. You actually were on the phone with them. You should have figured out a few things about them, what they wanted, who's going to live in the house, what they were looking for. So you should have all of this written down, whether it's on a paper or in your CRM, whatever it is, you should have this info, and you should take a couple minutes and look at each and every appointment, not just on Saturday, every single day. This is a good tip for every appointment you got, but I'm talking about today for Saturdays. You should already be prepared for the Garcia family, and they're looking for this, and they've got 3 kids and this and that, so that you're already playing this out in your mind. You're already thinking, okay, look, depending on budget, these are the homes that I'm thinking are going to work out for them. You should already have this. You're visualizing the sale. You're visualizing the win. You're visualizing helping them and providing them the solution. It's what people do to succeed. Visualization helps you move quicker, move more effectively, and move with confidence. Sports athletes do it. Think about it. Who in here follows, whether it's football, right? You see football, place kickers. What do place kickers do? They go out there, they're on the sideline when they know they're going to go in there on the sideline, and they're kicking warm-up kicks, right? But then they go out pay attention. They go out on the field. You got the holder, right there. And the kicker is looking at the goal and looking down towards where the ball is going to be. They're visualizing that ball in the direction that it needs to go. They even take a warm-up kick. You need to do the same thing with what is going to happen with this family. You need to visualize it and see it so it's that much smoother. You're in control. You're leading the dance. So prepare mentally for each appointment. Commit to selling 2 homes every Saturday minimum. If you did that, oh my gosh. If you committed to taking 2 new deals each and every Saturday, Just do the math. If you take 2 weeks off, that's 50 weeks of the year. That's 100 new deals that you took. Let's say your pull-through percentage is 60% just from Saturdays alone. That's 60 homes that you deliver and fund in a year just because you commit to having the 4 appointments and 2 sales. Not to mention what you're going to do during the week. You see, you can do it. You're just not working effectively. You're just not working efficiently. You're selling yourself on the fact that it can't be done. You're selling yourself on the fact that there's not enough time. You are selling yourself when you should be selling everyone else, because you do have the time, you do have the ability, and it can be done. It's just we waste too much time and effort. So commit to selling 2 homes every single Saturday. Work the deals to completion on Saturday. In other words, if you got 2 deals and you sold one of them, you should sit with these people and get everything done. Full-fledged application. Collect all the conditions that you can get. Spec out the house, get with your contractors that are going to go out and look at the property, do everything, line it all up, get it so that Monday when it has to be submitted, all you've got to do is submit it into the bank. You're waiting on the loan. You've got conditions to clear. You're just moving. It's out of your way in a matter of a day or two, and you're on to the next. You see, but what happens too much is that you'll sell a deal. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Hey, you guys, because you're already trying to move on. You're trying to, and you don't do all of this stuff. And now you're struggling to get a hold of the buyer because now you're making them work even harder when you could have done it while they were there and made it easier. Now you're calling them, hey, I need this, I need this. And now they're getting frustrated and they're avoiding your calls. They're avoiding your emails. They're starting to back out. They're starting to think they should go buy somewhere else because you chose not to take the file all the way to completion. If you sell a home today or any other day, you should be doing everything. Slow down to go fast. Handle it all on day one. There should only be a handful of things, if anything, that is pending for you to get from your buyer after they have made the decision to move forward on the deal. But too many of you try and speed up. Okay, you think that them just saying yes, getting an application, getting you some money, and an idea is enough. I'll get the rest of the stuff later. Oh, we'll do that later. No, do it today. Do it today. Application, conditions, spec out the home, order site inspections, send out this spec out to the factory so that you already get the spec on Monday when they get back into the office because you know they're off today, right? Work file to completion. And lastly, go for more. Go for more. There's nothing wrong with it. Go for being the best. Go for being number one, not just in your location, but in your market. Not just in your market, but in your state. Why not? Somebody is. Why not you? Somebody is number one in your state. Somebody is number one in the country. Why not you? Why isn't it you? Don't tell me it can't be done because there's a number one. We should all go for more. Because I'm here to tell you, when it comes to what we're building here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, that's the whole goal. The whole goal is to be number one. Make no mistake about it, right? We're 2 years in. Next month's going to be 2 years. We're a month away. Yeah, we're exactly a month away from our 2-year anniversary on the 23rd. So tomorrow. But we're 2 years in. But I'm here to tell you, what you see right now is not the same Manufactured Home Sales Mastery you're going to see 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're going for number one. We're going to make this thing huge. We're going to take over and be the source of leadership, training, consulting, and overall just badassery, winning in manufactured home sales. That's all for you. So go out and do great things this Saturday. Go out and make things happen. The people out there need you. They need you to be your best. They need you to come in ready to go. They need you to guide them. They need you to be in control. They need you to be the consultant. Stop playing scared. You're going to get hurt. Just like in football. If you play scared, you're going to get hurt. You got to go out there. I know you can do it. Hey, I look forward to seeing results from this Saturday. I'd love for you guys to reach out and tell me what went well this Saturday, how you guys kicked ass. Put it in the comments at the end of the day. Share it. Let's get everybody involved. Let's start building the movement. That's right, Ro. We need to be the trusted advisor right here, man. We need to be the trusted advisor. I love when you guys comment, man. It's awesome. I got to start sharing those on there so people see. But look, go out there and kick some butt today. And you know what happens when you kick butt? You know what the good thing about it is? You're helping families. Man, it's fantastic. What a way to go about it. You guys have a fantastic selling Saturday. I've got to get on the road here shortly. We're heading down to Victoria, Texas, and to Temple, Texas. We got 2 soccer games this weekend. Looking forward to it because I'm on the road for the next 2 weeks after that, man. I'll be in Vegas Monday through Wednesday. So if you're in Vegas, and I'd love to be able to get to meet you guys. All right. So reach out to us while we're there. Monday through Wednesday, then Thursday through Saturday, we're going to be out in Florida. I believe it's near Orlando, Leesburg, Florida, Leesburg, Florida, something like that, outside of Orlando. So if you're in the Orlando area, please reach out to us. We'd love to meet you and your team as well. And then the following week, we're going to be out in French Lick, Indiana. Larry Bird, if you're watching me right now, bro, I would love to meet you. All right. French Lick, Indiana. We're going to be doing a training program with the great folks of Baird Homes. There are 4 locations. We're all coming together, and we're going to do some fantastic things. You go out there, dominate this selling Saturday. Man, I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you guys. What a day. Well, look, you know that we're here to take your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level. Just like we're taking our company. We want you to rise up and do great things. So going out there, kick some butt, man. We'll be talking soon. We'll be back in tomorrow with a Sunday recharge edition of our 15 Minutes to Mastery. We'll be doing it from Temple, Texas. All right. You guys have a great day. And as always, my friends, I can't wait to meet you. Hey, by the way, if you hadn't seen it, go check out the story that I have on my social from yesterday. My kid thinks that he can steal my line. All right. Tell me what you think. You guys have a great one.